get this show going. Quiet. We gotta edit.
Quiet on the set.
Quiet on the set. We need quiet on the set.
Everybody shut up.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Kind of Nerdy Girls podcast. Fandom, fun, funny.
I just love our intro so much. It's so fun.
I missed it, right? Oh, it's
Welcome
looping.
to the
Play
Kind
it.
of
you're
Nerdy
looping
Girls
it.
podcast. Fandom, fun, funny.
All right. We should be good now.
We just can't turn it off and it plays the whole podcast.
Oh man, it was so great. It was so great. I just loved it so much. It was a 2 for Tuesday on the Kind of Dirty Girls. Thanks for listening. Walk, walk.
Is everybody
right.
okay? Goodness.
Is it?
No.
It's Saturday, not Tuesday.
It is. But you know,
Okay.
somebody's listening on. I was doing a whole radio bit.
Yep,
you
we
know?
got traffic and weather together on the 20s.
2 for Tuesday. Walk, walk.
Good
I
luck
don't
getting
know
to work tomorrow because it's gonna suck.
Oh my
And
god.
now a message from our sponsor, the Lion's Den. Take it away, Katie.
The Lion's Den is looking for store managers, and they are paying pretty well.
They're paying pretty well.
If the Lion's Den would like to market with the Kind of Dirty Girls, I'm all in.
I'm also all
I'm about to
in.
get kicked off that commercial.
KJ
If they can
today's
send
show.
products.
Yep, right. Oh, Tia wants products. She'll do it in exchange for products.
Yeah,
Same.
we'll trade.
I want cold hard cash.
Yeah, we
Well-
want money.
Mm. Yes, thank you. We'll all work out
Anyway.
our own deals with the Lion's Den. If you're not a patron, you missed the bonus footage prior to recording here of Katie, for some reason, being dumb enough to tell us that she just got paid to do a new commercial for the Lion's Den, to which we then made her
Nice.
use her sultry voice again, which is available if you go back and watch Paranormal Crossroad on YouTube, because the Kind of Dirty Girls TV spot ran over and over and over.
We had 4 commercials. We played it like 5 times an episode.
True
Well,
story.
listen, we only ever had like 2 paying sponsors, and we needed to fill
rest
time.
were us.
The rest were us. It was really a reason to just promote us.
Do you
True.
know what it's like to go from yourself to yourself in another commercial?
I'm
Yep, sure
sure
do.
KJ does know. She used to.
It's
do
like
commercials.
talking to yourself in a padded room, man. Like you're like, all right, I got cat stuff, whatever. I spray your cat in the face and he'll calm down. Whatever.
Spray
All
your
right.
cat in the face.
Calm down.
Cat stuff.
By the way, we have a
It's-
podcast where it's me and some other guys.
It specifically says
Don't spray in the face.
the storms and melodies. Let me put the graphic up for people
my
who are
God.
watching. Storms and melodies, calming remedies. It specifically says in the instructions, do not spray on your cat. They do not like that.
Then it's an anti-calming remedy.
Right? And I don't like, now I understand when you read instructions and you're like, why would you have to tell me that? That's so obvious. Until I made my own product. And then people would be like, so I spray this right on them? And I'm like, have you ever sprayed anything on a cat? Do you
They don't
really
do
think
that.
that's like, here's this bottle of thing to calm your cat down. Spray
Calm
it right
down.
in their face.
Dude, Socks literally
No.
freaks out if I'm like dripping water when I come out of the shower. He's like, "Oh my god, what's happening?"
Well,
And
he
God
doesn't
forbid
like
it-
to be wet, so why would
Dude.
you like to be wet?
God forbid it gets on his fur. He's like, "What the f is going
He's high
on?"
maintenance.
All right.
Have you met his
so-
mother?
Because we haven't been around for a while, maybe
It's your fault.
we should just introduce ourselves. No, I did tell these girls, if you want a podcast, you can podcast without me. The Kind of Dirty Girls does not need me. It doesn't.
It's just gonna be me and Tia.
Fine. I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah,
Okay,
you know I
Katie
don't
can-
attend stuff.
I don't care.
I mean,
Katie can
Katie-
hop on herself sometime. Just have a whole podcast where she talks to herself. She'd like that better anyway. You can use your different voices.
Like talking to myself in a padded room.
It'd be hilarious to watch.
So
I'd
let's
love it.
just introduce ourselves. Maybe, say like where you grew up, in a job that you've had that's not podcasting.
That's
and,
classified.
your favorite other person on the show.
God.
No, we don't have to do that.
Jesus.
We don't have-
Wow.
Hello,
Wow.
my name is
Add
Katie.
to the
I like
list.
No, we
long
don't
walks on the beach, pumpkin
Okay.
spice lattes,
Ew.
decorating my house for fall in July because it makes me happy.
Mm.
I have had many jobs. That is classified. And my favorite person on this show is me. Thank you.
Thank you, producer Jonna.
I'm producer Jonna. I grew up in Indianapolis. I also like long walks on the beach. I do not like pumpkin spice lattes. I like a great white mocha from
Ooh,
Starbucks.
those are good too.
Mhm.
Yes. I have a cat named Socks. He's my favorite person in the world. My other favorite person on this show is Tia.
Aww.
I'm not even mad about that. Excellent choice. All right, go ahead, Tia.
Oh wow. Hi, my name is Tia. I grew up in Yonkers, New York.
I used to
The
shop at Yonkers.
the only New Yorker here. But what else were we supposed to say?
You
An
just gotta
odd
make something
job
up.
that you've had.
Oh, I
and,
didn't even say that.
I didn't either.
I mean, an odd job that I had in the past. I one time worked for a gun store, and I
Oh.
always think that's like the weirdest one because it is very random. Considering every other job I've had has been like administration and stuff, so it's like and
Real
hey,
jobs?
here's the yeah.
like, did you get paid more the more guns you sold? Like you went in being like, I
Yeah,
got
like
sold a lot of
commissions.
guns today.
Actually, so it's funny because I guess I still was an admin because I didn't work on the floor. There was like a really small little room where it was just me and the accounts payable person.
So
we
you
just-
counted the guns that were sold.
So you never had any like flashbacks at your other jobs where you're like, I said fill out form 17B.
Listen, I was like, people don't remember what it was like in 2012. There were no jobs out there when you got out of college.
Yeah.
True.
And I was like hooked up with a temp agency, and they called me one day and they were like, how do you feel about guns? And I was like,
How do you feel about gun stores?
they were like, there's a store that needs an admin. And I was like, well, I need money. So
I love the
guess
money,
that's how
so-
it goes.
All right.
But currently I'm an office manager at a nonprofit legal law firm. So, you know,
Ooh.
Do you get issued a gun if you're the office manager?
no.
Wow,
That's
that's
the
lame.
point.
No. Oh, and I wanted to say about my coffee, my favorite flavor in coffee is maple. There you go.
Mm.
Everyone was talking about their like
That's
flavor
weird.
of choice, and I wanted to throw
Yeah.
it out there.
I've already decorated my house for fall.
That's
I'm gonna
weird.
confess.
Is
I
that
can't
your
wait.
is your favorite coffee always maple, or is that like your fall coffee?
It's not always. I go in between maple and then another flavor that you guys are gonna look at me weird, but I swear I tried it one time and now it's like my go-to if I'm in the mood for it.
Mhm.
Chocolate and raspberry latte.
Oh,
That's like
I don't
a
think
dessert.
that's weird.
Totally see that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
It's like
you're
a
okay
dessert.
there.
Yeah, it is. My friend calls it cake in a cup, and I agree.
Mm.
All
very
right,
good.
thank you, Tia.
I respect that.
Producer Patches, tell us a little more about yourself.
Hi, my name's Producer Patches, and I'm from the region. I'm a region rat.
Oh my
Northwest-
goodness.
Mm.
Oh my God, Northwest Indiana.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. God.
Oh my God. Go
Um,
Pumas.
Jeez. So, I used to change oil in cars way back in the day.
Oh,
Yes. I worked at an oil change place.
As a car
Um,
owner, do you still change your own oil, or do you just cave and
God,
go to
no.
Jiffy Lube?
he doesn't get his oil changed at all. That's how he
That
takes
is
care of his car.
unsafe.
That's not safe, Patches. When's the last time this has happened?
Does Grandpa Patches know about this?
We
Listen,
don't talk to Grandpa
it's
Patches
so
about that.
funny that we're talking about this because what was it yesterday that
It
we
was
talked
2
about
days
the
ago,
new
yeah.
car?
On
We-
our way back from Grandma and Grandpa Patches.
on our way back from Grandma and Grandpa Patches because since the last kind of nerdy girls episode, we have consolidated our
3
debt
months ago.
and we refinanced our home equity line, and the next step was to get a new car. And I was literally having this conversation with him about like, if we buy a car, you're not going to take care of it.
Like it's a pet.
Right. Like if we lease a car, like you have to take care of it, right? Like they will like they're knocking down your door at 8,000
What'd you do to my
miles,
oil?
being like bitches, that's our car. Get it in here for the oil change. Like,
Why are you driving on sludge?
But at least with the lease, it'd be free. Most places,
Yes.
you
Yeah.
know, so
That's true. That's true.
maybe that would
But
help.
then
Patches.
you have the pressure of the lease date looming over you. Like if you're not in the mood, you don't feel
But
like
don't you on
wanna,
the
like,
other side have
trade
the
in a
pressure
car.
of your wife breathing down your neck to get an oil change?
No, because I don't. Because I'm like, it's your car, it's your problem.
I'm in charge of the oil changes at my house,
Oh man,
and
What
it
is
gets
wrong
done
with these
every
dudes?
5,000 miles.
I need an oil
5,000?
change.
All right.
I don't
Tia's
think
face concerns me.
Mm.
I don't think okay, so I've leased my last 3 cars,
Mhm.
but my current lease, because like COVID and like I work from home mostly, I'm now 2 years into a 3-year lease, and I recently brought it in for an inspection. And I didn't realize until he told me, he's like, you've only put like 5,000 miles on this car. And I'm like,
Oh,
oh,
wow.
shit.
Yeah, I know.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Same
so
here.
I don't like drive that much, but I can't get rid of my car. Like
Right.
You can't
even if
not
I
have
don't
a
drive
car.
a lot, I just
You're
can't
not
get
ready
rid
to
of
be
it.
that New Yorker.
No, I don't live in the city. I live in Westchester. It's different.
Oh,
I
Westchester.
got it.
Mm.
All right. Well, my name is KJ.
I don't get to talk about my coffee.
Oh,
Or
yeah,
your
what's
favorite
coffee?
person, Patrick, because you know it's
Yeah,
me.
Patches, you got to say who
Oh,
your
and
favorite
Tia
person
didn't give
is.
a favorite person either. Tia, your favorite person?
It's Jonna.
I knew
Okay,
it.
I know.
Oh, listen to that
Oh.
love fest. My favorite person on the kind of nerdy girls, obviously.
Don't
is
lie, Patches.
Not my lovely wife. It is Katie. And my favorite coffee is Jameson and Irish cream liqueur.
Oh,
Nice.
So like 90% liqueur, 5% coffee.
Yes.
Yeah, basically.
Yes.
Yeah, I like a splash of coffee with my Irish beverage.
I like a
does.
splash of coffee with my creamer.
Me
Word.
too.
Me too.
French vanilla creamer, so good.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yes,
So good.
absolutely.
Oh, you got we do the cinnamon roll too. If you
Ooh,
they have
they
a
got cinnamon
sugar
roll.
Hang
free.
on, this is my favorite coffee you're talking about.
This is
now.
a food
Okay.
podcast now.
All right.
Honestly.
I wouldn't mind.
Remember 5 years ago when we were a tech podcast?
Oh, yeah.
Now we're a food podcast.
I still would love to see some of the faces of people who found us on Apple as a tech podcast.
And they're
how
like,
long
there is
they listen.
nothing
Yeah.
about
I don't even
tech
think
in
we
this.
talked about equipment of any kind
No.
except for what was
No.
broken
No.
in our studio at the time.
Bro.
Yep. So my name is KJ. My favorite coffee is out of my Black Widow mug. And it
it.
is usually cinnamon roll flavored. So a little bit
Ooh.
of cinnamon creamer with a little bit of French vanilla creamer mixed in gives it the icing taste with it. Otherwise, it's just cinnamon. The French vanilla gives it the
You're welcome.
The oomph.
the icing taste, and that was a creation by chef producer Patches, who will have a cookbook coming
I will
soon.
not.
Yes, he
Oh,
will.
Patrick, we should do a cookbook. That's a
I
great idea.
know, I
Yeah.
know.
Bro, we keep
right?
saying this. Patches, I
No.
told you, just tell me the things and I'll write them down.
So
Right. He doesn't even
Patrick's
have to do any of
pages
the
will be
writing.
very like complex recipes and whatever. My
Oh, it'll
page
be
will be
like-
putting hot pockets in the air fryer.
Okay,
2 steps.
it'll be like the Snoop Dogg cookbook. Hang on.
Oh, Jonna's gonna get the Snoop Dogg cookbook
Yeah,
out.
I'll teach
Yes.
you. I'll teach you how to. Then you can make my taco dip, Katie.
Because I just have it on display in my
Yes.
house.
From
Oh.
crook
That's
to cook.
hilarious.
Snoop Dogg put a cookbook out.
Oh my god! I didn't
Have
know
you
that.
tried any of the recipes?
Do I do not cook.
She looks like she cooks. No way.
Look,
I
Katie
mean,
got me. Katie got
She
me. the
lives by
super nat-
herself, I figured
And
maybe
KJ and Patches live 5 minutes up the road.
Patches
She drops that
cooks
grandbaby
everything.
off and she's
I-
like, "What's for dinner?"
Yep. Yeah. Basically, I'm her
Basically,
personal
yeah.
chef now. So.
Oh no! When we meet up for the Barbie movie after this podcast, I have like 4 giant fried chicken breasts and 4 chicken legs and watermelon and
I don't want the
pork loin.
watermelon. I don't like watermelon.
Okay, perfect. Then I'll give all the watermelon to my sister. Then you get fried chicken and pork loin when we meet up. You're welcome. I
I'm
know.
hungry now.
I know, right?
No, it's creeping up to lunch.
Why do we record this in the morning? Because we're always hungry when we do this.
Because if we do it after lunch, then we'll be all boring.
Yeah,
True.
we're so much more exciting when we're starving.
When we're hangry.
That was why in the beginning the show was so much better because we were always broken starving. So,
I mean, I'm still broken.
I mean, some of us
starving,
are still broken starving.
Same.
Wow, way
Listen.
to just like be all,
Bougie about
braggy and
consolidating
everything.
your debt or whatever. Some
we
of us are still
consolidate.
broken starving.
They're like, what is all this debt from? And I was like, Patches buying groceries and making extravagant food we can't afford. Like,
Let's talk about it. It's more the cats, the apothecary we have for the cats, and then their
the
food.
5,000 cats you have in your house,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
We
And
only
the
have
food
5.
and each one has a special diet.
Well,
do.
look,
Yeah, basically.
I also consolidated my debt. So like,
Yeah, hey,
Your debt
cheers
of
to
one person?
consolidate and get the American way.
I
Yeah.
consolidated mine. I just don't pay it.
You have
Yes.
to pay it.
Student loan. You know when that debt gets unfrozen in September?
I almost spit my coffee out. Thank you, Tia.
Oh,
Woo, that was great.
Hi, my name is KJ. You've learned about my coffee. I'm originally from a little town in Wisconsin called Cuba City.
Wisconsin.
Yes.
Wisconsin.
Odd job. I've had many odd jobs, but the oddest one, I think I maybe have told you guys, when I was desperate for money when I first moved to Indianapolis and radio was not paying the bills.
It never did, girl.
When does it?
Radio's broke.
That I was desperate enough, and this was the 90s, so smoking was still okay, even though I never smoked and didn't want people to smoke. I was
still okay.
I was a Marlboro girl, so I would wear the Marlboro. Yeah, the shirts were,
Is
pretty,
there a picture somewhere of that?
no.
Man.
I mean, the shirts were, pretty modest, but the shorts were like Hooter shorts. But I
Girl.
would go to bars, and we would have fabulous prizes like nice cameras and like all this tech stuff from the 90s. And people be like, how do I win? I'd be like, well, you need to fill out this form, and Marlboro will send you coupons. And they're like, I don't smoke. And I'm like, I don't care. Like, I'm not trying to encourage you to smoke. You don't have to smoke to win the camera. Just fill out the form and say you'll accept coupons from Marlboro. Like, then I can go home and eat ramen noodles. Thank you.
How aggressive.
I know, but that was my life. I was a Marlboro girl.
I used to work at Suntan City for a month.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was
There
I
was
used to work at GameStop, but that wasn't even a bad job. I
Suntan
love
City.
that.
There
Yep.
was a hot second that I was just doing like those surveys all the time just to make extra money.
I did that for a little bit. Yep. I did that too. All right. Well, here we are, guys. We've really made it. We've come a long way. Look at us now. I don't have to make people smoke cigarettes. Tia doesn't have to sell guns, and Jana, doesn't have to give people skin cancer. So here we are.
Look, not if they spray tan.
And with
That's
those
true.
little stickers that you would put on your hip. Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh
I
my
saw
God.
TikTok on that and I was like, that's such a throwback.
Oh my
Very
God.
early 2000s.
Yes.
All right. Well, we haven't talked in a long time about anything nerdy. So
And it only took 35 minutes to get through the introductions.
here we are.
That's because we're professionals.
That's right. That's right. So, everybody right now is talking about Barbie and Oppenheimer. I am going to see Barbie after this because Jana somehow peer pressured me into it.
Good.
Because I'm not against it. I just
It's so good.
You're gonna
don't
love it.
care.
Look,
You're gonna love it.
Is this movie gonna make me care about it?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
okay. Because I,
I mean,
don't care.
I cared about it before, but I care about it more
This
now.
movie will warm your cold, dead heart.
Well, if it can do that to you, you have the coldest, deadest heart I know.
And I loved it. So that's saying something.
Wow. My favorite person on the show is producer Patches. Screw him for saying I'm not.
My favorite person on this show is Melody the cat.
Oh, yes.
Agreed.
Yes. I think we can all agree on that. But no, so Tia and Katie is going to see Oppenheimer today. Jana has already seen Barbie, has no interest in Oppenheimer. Where do you stand?
I have not seen either.
Okay.
And my
Why, Tia? Why? Okay.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
I just don't feel like going to the theater anymore. I'm just gonna wait for it to come out. And
You're gonna let a little
He is my
thing
new
like
favorite.
going to the movies get in the way of cinematic
But
masterpieces.
can I tell you, I feel like both movies have been like essentially leaked all through TikTok. It was like the day after, and I didn't even search anything. And every single video are clips from Barbie, the ending, the middle.
That's your
happens
algorithm, because I didn't
with-
get any, and I went in blind.
I have no idea how it got on my algorithm. And then, like,
Yeah.
obviously everyone's simping over Cillian Murphy, which like totally
Always.
understand that, you know?
Mhm.
Literally
Yeah.
always.
Yeah. So I mean, I wasn't interested in the Barbie movie when they first announced it. I was like, who would watch that?
Mhm.
But yeah.
These
Uh,
two,
listen,
seriously.
Can I say another thing? I did not like Barbie growing up. My mom has a whole entire wall unit of all the old classic Barbies, like the Barbie in the, white and
she's
black
the
stripe.
collector
like,
lady.
Mhm.
She's a
Oh my
collector. So
God.
I grew up like looking at that, and I was just like,
You lived at the Mattel Museum.
Oh my
Yes.
God. Okay, Tia. So I'm gonna come to New York and I'm gonna visit your mom. Okay.
yeah, no.
And we're gonna bully you into watching Barbie too, because
Like I'll see you too,
you'd
but like I
still
want to
love
meet
it.
your mom.
for those of us that destroyed our Barbies, we are still also represented in this movie.
Good.
Ah.
It's so good.
I always used my Barbies to play Star Wars. Like
I played with like Legos.
You were
growing
the
up. Like, I
chosen
was
one,
such a-
Barbie.
I was
Yeah.
a
Supposed to
tomboy,
save the
so-
universe.
Like I would make her hair into Princess Leia buns, and
Oh my goodness.
They
Ken
did
was
that for
little.
you. Leia had a Barbie, didn't she?
Well, not when you were poor like me, and you even had like generic Barbie, like it was like play
The dollar
doll.
store Barbie.
Yes, yeah, I never had the real ones anyway. It's just maybe why I'm not like super into the Barbie movie, because I never had real Barbies. I
Aw,
did.
man.
I think one Christmas my godmother got me a real Skipper, so that was exciting.
Skipper, like her like
Skip-
little sister or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Skipper's in the movie too.
Okay, all right.
So is Barbie's weird cousin Midge.
Oh, that's
Yeah, the
Is that the
right.
one that got pregnant?
Yeah.
Mhm. The one
Alan's
who married
also in
Alan.
the movie.
Yeah.
You guys
Uh-huh.
know a lot more about Barbie than I do. I was.
You'll
very,
learn
like,
so much about Barbie from this movie.
I just
Honestly.
know that Barbie had a slut relative and they released a pregnant doll.
With the magnetic belly. Yeah, I had it and it got discontinued because
Just
Yeah.
because
weird.
she was pregnant didn't mean she was a slut.
Bro,
Yeah.
it was so
If you
controversial
get off
when they
the
released
show.
it.
80s, she
With
married
your
Alan.
misogyny.
Kind of nerdy
Ken's
girls is
best
getting
friend.
canceled.
Oh, is Alan her baby daddy?
Alan is her baby daddy because they got
Oh.
married in the 80s for Midge's wedding and it was a big deal.
Oh, so they got married and
Yeah.
then I mean,
So
like, I
her
don't care if she
babies
had a
were not
baby
born
out
out
of wedlock, right? I
Yeah.
don't care.
But Michael Cera plays Alan and he does such a good job.
I honestly
He's
didn't
so
expect
good.
him to have that big a role in the movie.
Me neither. Oh, KJ, just wait. Just oh my
Okay.
god.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like
John is
see
so
the-
excited about this.
Look
she's
at her
gonna-
earrings.
Oh yeah, look, I got my Barbie earrings.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh, this
wow.
is
You
too
got to
far.
dress up, KJ.
You cannot wear those in public with me
Uh-huh.
to the Barbie movie.
Uh-huh.
No,
Do it, KJ. Do
that's
it.
like if
Dress
I
up.
wore my Poison shirt to see Brett Michaels tomorrow.
Okay,
You
yeah,
don't
do it.
that.
Okay,
No.
and
Do it.
You don't do that.
You don't wear
I
the shirt of the
literally
band.
have
to go
Did
see
on-
he
it.
ever find love? Do we even know that?
Brett Michaels, he always
That
had
was
somebody.
he's Brett Michaels.
that he
Of course, he
loved.
found love.
Yeah.
Did he ever find love?
A lot.
Wasn't
Yes.
he married the entire
Yeah,
time with
mhm.
that
He had
show?
a whole show, Rock of Love.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know. I remember Rock Love, but then it like came out, and then it was like he was like, "Oh, me and my like woman been together for like 30 years." I'm like, "But you were just on like a show like Flavor of Love where you were supposed to be finding love."
Clearly, he
I
was
don't-
looking for their third.
I don't know that they were ever married.
Yeah,
but
I don't
he's
think
had
Brett
like
Michaels is not a marrying type. Okay.
he has had a lifelong partner. They have a
Yeah.
daughter together. I think her name's Georgia. So yeah, I mean I think she's probably just a chick. Like lots of people have different versions of relationships, and she just clearly was like, whatever, he's gonna be
Well,
whoever he
That's how I
He's-
felt about like Gene Simmons, who is like, I've slept with over like 7,000 women, but then he's like, but I've been with my like
Playboy model
I've been with
girlfriend.
Shannon
for,
Tweed
like,
for
50
50
years.
years. Yeah.
yeah.
Girl, leave
First
him.
of all, did we
He
get
will not
tested?
commit.
I'm so stressed. That's
Did he get
disgusting.
tested? He
I
got
need to
tested every time, Jonna.
Bro, that's so stressful.
You bagged a Playboy
Imagine.
model and you still didn't want to marry her? What are you doing?
Bro, I could
He
never.
thought he was Hugh Hefner over here.
What are we even
Bro.
talking about? Okay,
Honestly, I don't know what's going on.
Culture.
okay, so
This is pop culture, KJ.
Tia, you
Yes.
do not care about the Barbie movie. Where do you stand on Oppenheimer?
I mean, I would watch that because I like Christopher Nolan. I'm
Okay.
a huge Cillian Murphy fan, so
Mhm.
anything he's in. And it'd be interesting to see a movie about the creation of the atomic bomb. I mean, I've heard that it's renewing like conversations about it, that it's very jarring and everything. So, I mean, and again, I think Christopher Nolan is going to do it. He always does a good job with his movie, so it's like I feel that would be good. I don't know how,
Okay.
but yeah, I would see that. But
You're gonna wait. You're gonna wait until it comes out. And
Yes,
you can
I'm
watch
gonna
it
wait.
on your couch.
Well, I have a 50-inch TV, so
It is
it's
not the
like-
same.
Wow. Oh, you are so
This is
fancy.
built for
Is that
movies.
was that part of your debt consolidation that you?
It was part of my
quit paying?
stimulus check.
Remember
Yo,
that
be like that.
$1,200?
Remember the stimmy checks?
Ooh, give me my stimmy. I remember. I remember
that
those
one-time
days.
check of $1,200.
Yeah.
Oh, good times. That was the same time Tiger King was out, and everybody was like, "Uh-oh, you can buy a tiger cub for exactly $1,200."
I want to say that was kind of a sweet spot in life. Like, as bad as it was everything else happening, Tiger King was just out and stimmy checks were
We
coming.
were all optimistic. We're like, yeah, we're gonna go home for a couple weeks. We're gonna flatten the curve. Working from home, it's gonna be great. Whatever. And then we like blinked, and it was 3 years later.
Yep.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yep.
I love
We're
it
still
here.
not okay. It's great. All right. Anyway, let's go over to Gamer Katie. Boop, 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 boop,
Hello.
boop, 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 boop,
It's
boop,
me.
boop, boop. It's time for a gaming update. Boop, 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 with Gamer Katie. Boop, boop, boop.
It's me. So my husband's really excited about some new robot game. It's called Armored Something 6. I don't remember what that is because I've been too busy trying
Great
to finish
update.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh,
I got back into it. I beat the part that was really hard for me, and now I'm trying to get all the shrines and all the cute outfits and stuff,
All right.
as a true gamer does. And then I saw earlier today that they are rolling out a case for your PS5 and a controller for Spider-Man 2, and it's black and it's red and it's very pretty, and I might buy that.
oh,
Do
you
it.
like Spider-Man that much?
It's my husband loves Spider-Man. I'm like okay about Spider-Man. He's not my
Mhm.
favorite, but the game's very good, and the look for these is very cool, and I like it a lot.
Okay. Okay.
Is-
Now
Aren't you talking about like Armor Wars that's coming from
Yeah, there it is.
software, the same people who did like Elden Ring?
Yeah, which I didn't care about Elden Ring either.
excited about that. Okay.
I know. I'm a big sinner because I didn't care about Elden Ring.
Mm.
So I don't play games because I hate myself. I play games because I want to enjoy them. And the Dark Souls universe / Elden Ring does not make me enjoy myself. So I don't like those games very much.
I feel you
Hot take.
because I was sitting there and I was watching Paulie play Elden Ring. I was like, I couldn't. This looks so.
Yeah, my
stressful.
husband's like, I did the same boss fight for 3 hours. And I'm like, ugh.
So are you saying your husband hates himself?
Yes.
Okay. just
Would,
connecting the dots here.
would you like
Instead
Elden
of Tia's
Ring?
hot takes, Katie's hot take. Anybody who plays Dark Souls hates themselves.
Now, would you change your mind if you were able to collect blue chickens?
Mm.
That doesn't even make it worthwhile because then you have these horrible boss fights where you have to actually learn how to fight the boss and learn your lesson instead of just mashing the attack button, and that's not for me.
Okay. Now I did. I paid attention to your PopCon Mod Squad update this
Oh, yeah.
week. If you follow along, the moderators of PopCon, which is coming up August 25th through the 27th at the Indiana Convention Center. It's more
Talk
than
about
just a
odd
Comic-Con.
jobs.
Talk about it.
You announced that Sony made a deal, so Call of Duty is going to be around another 10 years.
Yeah, we're probably gonna get 5 million more games out of that, but they'll never be the golden age that was Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and 2.
And what was the other game that came out? Pimp Kids or something?
Pikmin.
Oh, okay.
Pikmin 4.
What?
You said pimp kids?
Pimpkins.
Pimp kids.
It was close.
Pimpkins.
Pimp kids?
Take two.
Pimpkins.
John, tell me you're not going to edit that out.
Absolutely not. Tia,
that's
do you
not
think I
game.
edit? Do you think I edit this?
So that's the title of the episode.
Pimp kids.
Pimpkins.
Pimp kids. I just imagine like a little kid walking around with like a big old hat with like a giant feather with his little cane, his long ass trench coat, just like, where's my juice box?
You gotta upgrade your big wheel.
That is a game I would play.
I would play that 100%.
Let me know when Pimp Kids comes out on PS2. That's
Mom, where are my orange slices?
I said it's nap time.
Why isn't Bluey on the TV when I get home?
Where is Bluey?
What did I tell you was going to happen if we ran out of Go-Gurt again?
Where's my big wheel?
It's a game I am interested in.
Oh, man.
Please, developers, make it happen.
Oh my god.
You know, I'm sure something
At
similar
Sony.
does exist, right? Like,
Oh my
Right?
god.
Well, listen, this strike keeps going on. We're going to need entertaining games because it's
True.
all we can do. So,
you know,
Pimp
writers
Kids
make
coming
games
soon.
too.
That's right.
Are the game writers on strike though?
They are not.
Oh, there you go.
Probably because they're getting paid more than like the writers who write for TV shows.
That is
Yeah.
probably true. Yes.
Which
yes.
is- Which is
Yes, I
neither here
did.
nor there.
I
How
did
about-
see this a couple of things with the strike that Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse is now indefinitely delayed. It was supposed to be out in March.
Yeah,
I
I'm
didn't
not surprised.
I didn't know they were making another Bad Boys. Did you know they were making another?
They're making a Bad Boys 4.
Bad Boy 4?
Yeah.
Hi, Polly.
And it was
said hi.
supposed to be out like soon, and now it's scheduled. It got moved to June of next year, and they're making another Karate Kid movie.
Why?
Like
Karate
Rough
Man.
Macho?
I think so. I don't
Nuh-uh.
know. And that's
Geriatric Karate Man.
right.
Well,
Geriatric
apparently
Karate Man.
Daredevil Reborn got paused because of the
Yeah.
strike, and that makes
Mhm.
me want to cry.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Dude.
That's the one I'm really looking forward to because we'll go back. I mean, we don't do it a lot, but like it's one of those Daredevils that show if you go back and just start watching it, then you just like binge watch. You can't.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, Gladiator 2 on pause. Devastating.
Dude, literally everything is
that's
on
right.
pause right now. It's very sad times.
Yes. Although we
Even-
have, we have stuff that's like coming out because it was scheduled. Like, Only Murders in the Building is out.
Oh
on
my god, I
August 8th.
can't wait for Only Murders in the Building. Also, guys, just not to talk about Ross Marquand any more than I
Oh,
already
please
do,
do.
but his show Invincible comes out November 3rd on Amazon Prime, which I'm very excited about.
Okay. Now, has there already been some Invincible, or is this brand
Yeah,
new?
this is the second season.
Okay.
When I asked Ross about it at PopCon, he was like, "Oh, we're already done like doing voices. They just have to animate it."
Ah.
And
okay.
now
Wow.
we're getting season 2. and
But
I'm
the
so
animators
excited.
aren't on strike.
That's
They're not
right.
on strike. So when they did the like preview at San Diego Comic-Con, and I was like,
Oh, and musicians aren't on strike, so we could have silent cartoons coming soon.
Ooh.
We've cycled back to the other 20s.
No.
Might as well bring back radio dramas.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I mean,
You mean
Listen, that's
podcast?
pretty-
down for that. That'd be kind of
Yeah.
cool.
Theater,
in a
yeah,
podcast?
radio theater, man. I love that.
That's
When-
pretty much back. I mean, if you go into the podcast world, I mean, there's a ton
Which
of
I
scripted
love.
podcasts now.
Oh,
I'm trying
yeah.
to think of the one I listened to.
Well, hell, just about every murder podcast is like radio theater. I mean,
Well,
Bridgewater is it was Misha Collins, and they
Ooh.
teased Nathan Fillion, but he's not in the first season a whole lot. He's just he's like the missing character, so you get a few voicemails here and there, but spoilers, he plays a bigger role in the second season. But I listened to it, and I was like, I mean, I was obsessed with it. I was like, this is great. Bring back more of these scripted podcast shows.
Oh yeah, no, I love a good scripted podcast. Wondery has a butt ton of them, and they're
Yeah,
so
yeah.
good.
Bridgewater's on Wondery.
Yeah. I'm like, do I want to pay for the Wondery app? I feel like I should.
I know. And it's like,
I'll
it's
just
so
stick with Smartless.
fascinating because of all, like, I think about the production of it and somebody putting
Dude.
in like the door creaking
Uh-huh.
and like all of
Yeah.
that stuff. Even though they do that in TV and post production, there's just something about like it only being the audio that
Yeah.
it is just so fascinating to me that they went in and layered all
The
of that.
theater of the
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Some audiobooks are like that. Like I've been really into
Yeah.
like Audible, and some of them will put like the real production into that.
Oh, maybe that's what I should do because I need to do the audio version of Raised by Cats behind the mic and the meows. Maybe I could have a lot of meows in the background.
I was gonna say, KJ, there's not a lot of like door creaking and floorboards in your
I
book.
don't know.
You hear him scratching the couch,
Scratching their couch.
Right.
There's just
and
like
yelling for chicken.
sometimes I'm just talking and you can just hear zoomies in the background. Like,
I'm 100% okay with this.
And then you hear it like a vague crash in the distance, and then the reader pauses for a second
it's like, oh, I
and
know.
then continues.
Yeah.
Very realistic. Very realistic.
Johnny, damn it, knock it off.
Honestly, if I just
Shut up.
if I just left the door open while I tried to record my book, all of that would naturally happen anyway.
True. It's true.
And then there would be the random, hang on a second, I need to make sure I didn't shut my cat in the refrigerator.
Mhm.
Because
And then when
Malcolm-
you step away, another cat will show up and then like and then maybe bap.
I'm so here for this.
Malcolm actually jumps in our refrigerator.
He does.
And he's bigger now, but especially when he was a kitten, and he can still do it sometimes, be so stealth about it that you don't realize it. And I have been on live streams where he's not around and I've had to stop because, you know, it's like when you leave the house and you're like,
It's worst fear stuff, yeah.
yeah, did I shut the garage door? Did I leave the curling iron plugged in? And you have to go back and check. And I'll be like, I gotta go make sure I didn't shut my cat in the refrigerator. Hang on just a second.
Well, like my cat Monkey, we like accidentally lock in the closet all the time because it's like you're not even like thinking, you're like try to shut the door, and it's like he's so stealthy, just like moved in, and then you're just sitting there and like hours go by and you're like where's our black and white cat?
Yeah. Grayson does that. He jumps in the pantry and Grayson doesn't really jump on anything. So I don't even understand how he gets on this shelf, but you'll be like, where's Grayson? And he won't make any noise. Like if Amelia got stuck in the pantry, she'd be like, bitch, let me out of here. Right.
Yeah.
Grayson just politely sits in the dark in the pantry on his shelf until somebody realizes.
That is
that
so
he's
Grayson,
there.
though.
KJ, you know Grayson's like, this is just the peace and quiet that I needed.
Yeah.
Or you know, he's like,
Yeah.
hate to inconvenience you, but can you let me out, please?
Dude,
Yeah,
Socks,
some time.
Socks does the same thing with my closet where all my blankets are. Like I'll come in the house and I'm like, where are you at? Where is he at? And I'm like looking under the bed, under the couch. I'm like, where are you? And he doesn't like meow or anything. I'm like, oh my God.
My
He
cat's
got
gone.
out. He got out somehow with all the windows
Mhm.
closed and the doors closed. I'm like, oh my God. And then I'll be like, wait, maybe he's in the closet. And then I open it. He's just sitting on top of my suitcase like, hey, what's up? I'm like, you didn't hear me calling you for 20 minutes?
No,
No.
cats are so stealthy. Like when
Bro.
we had 4 cats, and like we live in a 1-bedroom apartment. It's not that big, and there's not a lot of places to hide. And there would be times where I'm like, I don't see one cat. Not one cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. At one point when I'm looking for Socks, I'll like think about picking up the phone and calling KJ and being like, did you come and get Socks? Like, and didn't call me?
Stealthily, yeah.
Like, did you come and take him, but
She
you didn't
just
take
snuck
his
in your
carrier?
house.
Like,
Give me this cat.
bro.
You know
I
what I
wouldn't put it
need?
past
You know what I
Patches.
need? Another cat. I'm gonna go get Jonas.
Honestly, I wouldn't put it past Laura, our cat sitter, because like
Yeah.
she definitely would just come in here and be like, "This is my cat now,"
Mhm.
because she
is
loves, she loves Socks. He is her fave.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
I love his little mustache.
Oh, he's down here
Mhm.
sniffing around right now.
He
Guys,
knows,
we're doing-
He knows we're talking about him.
He does. What are you doing?
Speaking of,
We're doing great right now.
animals, Jana and I got an invite to the screening of Strays. Have you seen the trailer for this movie, Strays?
Look, I just saw it on TikTok today, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is gonna be like Sausage Party."
Oh my god, what is this?
It is an
Bro.
R-rated movie about a dog that basically gets tossed out by its owner, and Will Ferrell plays like the unassuming dog. And Jamie Foxx is the like street dog that he meets that's like, no, this is not okay that you get treated like this.
I feel like this plot has been played out a little bit.
Bro, but it's
Like every Disney movie ever.
but not in an R-rated way.
yeah,
Where
no.
the dogs are, it's not animated.
I don't want this.
I don't know. John,
When you
Wow.
said Strays, I thought you were talking about the game Stray, and I was
cat,
like, that
yeah.
would be very cute if they
That's-
adapted it into a movie.
listen, when I got the invite to the screening, that's what I thought too. And then I clicked on the YouTube trailer and I was like, this is not what I was expecting. This
Yeah, I
is
know.
like foul-mouthed dogs like plotting revenge against humans, which, you know, some of them deserve some revenge. And it's Will Ferrell and Jamie Foxx. It's got like a huge cast that are voicing these dogs. But we're going. I'm like, I gotta
This is
go
what
see
happens when you don't have any writers for your
I
movies.
feel like it's gonna be terrible. Like how Sausage Party was terrible. I
Yeah,
feel
it's
like
gonna
it's
be-
gonna be
yeah.
on the same level as. Okay, can we agree that if it's like really bad, we can just leave in the middle of it?
Oh hell yeah!
Okay, great.
We're not getting paid to be there. We
I've
just need
never
to-
got up and left in the middle of a movie. I always sit through the dumpster fire.
Yeah,
I
I
think
haven't
have
either.
once. I think I walked out once. Like,
We
it was
shut
the
off.
It was the Fog, like the 2005 version of the Fog.
Oh yeah.
It was so bad that I was like, I can't. I can't.
Ah.
I can't.
Are those that? Is that the sweet sound of New York that we're hearing all the
Oh,
sirens?
sorry.
to?
I just block it out.
It's white noise now.
Yeah.
She doesn't even hear it. She's like, what are you talking about?
We've never walked out, but we did shut off Napoleon Dynamite.
Three times.
I
three
love
times.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Three times
Three
we
times
shut
we
it
tried.
off. We tried and we shut it
You know,
off.
Napoleon Dynamite's not really your guys' like.
Tina,
No.
you fat lard, come get some dinner. Oh, classic.
You know, I've never seen Napoleon Dynamite.
Don't
No.
waste your time.
And I was at
Don't
the
waste your time.
I was at the age group when that came out that was like appealing to,
Mhm.
and I just was so uninterested when they like
Yeah.
came out with the trailer. I was like, this looks dumb.
It was dumb, but
Look,
that's what I
Patches is
loved
so
about
upset
it.
about Napoleon
Look,
Dynamite. He
Patches
left.
just walked out again. He's like, I can't even talk about it. I'm leaving the room.
I loved that movie.
Let's talk
No.
about Patches while he's gone.
Listen, guys, seriously, we're gonna have to lease a car to get Patches to take care of it. It's just the way it's gonna be.
I mean, leasing isn't like that. Again, like I've had 3 leases. It's not that bad. But you do have to like obviously not like dent it and shit.
Don't
I
dent
feel
it.
the same way about the car I own.
Same.
You know,
Can't
because-
dent it and shit.
I mean, but then it's yours. If something like
Yeah, but then
happens,
it's my problem.
wait, can I tell you? My
Yes.
first car that my parents got me, like I was pretty good to it the first few years. And then it was
Mhm.
like, it felt like one thing after another. Like I went shopping one time, came out, there was like a massive dent above one of the back wheels. And then like one time I like scraped it against like the cement thing at the gas station. And so
Bruh.
it just felt like one thing after the other with that. And then I just stopped caring. I was like,
Dude, literally, when I bought my car, I bought it almost 3 years ago, and the first month I had it, the windshield got completely cracked,
oh,
Oh, man.
and then I had to replace it. Right, so I replaced it, and then literally not even like a month later, I had to replace it again because I was driving to Justice, and literally some truck, this big ass rock came and smacked my windshield and cracked it. Yeah, and then it got hit by
Happened
some
to me too.
carts at
Yep.
Walmart. I got into a car accident. You know,
You
like,
are just playing bumper cars, aren't you?
That car's
Man,
had a
No,
rough
seriously.
life.
Oh, and then the bottom of my
Wow.
car kept getting scraped because it was so low. And in Yonkers, we have a lot of hills. So it's
Ah.
like every time I would be going so slow that it's like I didn't even feel like it was moving. And I'd still hear like, This is why, like, I feel like a boomer sometimes when I see like videos of like kid gets their first car and it's like a nice Mercedes and like instantly crashed it. And I turn to Polly and go, see, this is why a kid's first car should not be a nice one.
Correct.
Right.
All right. Well, let's. Tia, do you have any hot takes? Did you come prepared with a hot take? It's okay if you didn't.
I actually didn't because I've been really bad on not even like watching things. Oh, I watched The Bear. Has anyone watched that?
I've not, but it's been
No.
recommended several
I heard
times.
it's very good.
It's very good. It's very like high anxiety, like
Oh,
a
no.
lot's happening and everything, and it's very fast. So it's
Mhm.
like, but I don't know, there's something like endearing because even though like there's like some sad stuff and like a lot of characters are yelling all the time, but it's like they're coming together. It's not like they're just always mean and you're like, oh, no one likes each other. It's like because there's a lot underlying, but like they do a really good job with the characters and kind of explaining like who they are and like also making them multi-dimensional and not just oh, this is the one who like yells a lot or something. Like
Yeah.
it's really good. The kid from Shameless is in it.
Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah, he's really good in his role, but like my favorite is the guy who plays like the cousin. The character's name is Richie. He was actually played by the guy who played Micro in the Punisher series. So there you go.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And John Bernthal's in Flashbacks.
Oh, okay. Well, that's worth watching.
We
then.
know why Tia's invested.
No, can I tell you? I didn't even know he was in it. I just kept seeing like TikToks of the bear because everyone's like, "Yes, chef. Yes, chef." Like, yes, chef. So I'm like, all right, let me check this out. And then they showed a flashback, and I was like, oh my god, John Bernthal.
Gotta watch that.
Why didn't they lead with this? But it's good. It's very good, guys. It's on Hulu. It's 2 seasons, and like I suggested, again, it's a little bit high anxiety, but if you can make it through that, I think it's worth it.
All right. Johnny, you got anything that's got you weeping?
Yes.
Ooh. It's time for what's got Johnny weeping.
Besides Barbie.
Dude, Barbie did make me cry, okay?
Yeah.
And I shed a couple tears, okay?
Me too.
I don't even have the book with well,
Is this your book review? Is this the book review you put up on YouTube?
Yes.
Donna's
Ooh.
now doing book reviews,
Tease
guys.
it. Where can I watch it?
Yeah,
You can watch it at youtube.com/KJ Today.
Yeah.
You'll hear my very great intro where I'm like stuttering over my words.
Every
Oh,
intro
it's
I've ever
great.
done in my whole life. Yep.
Bro,
It was fabulous.
it's got some good 80s undertone music though. It's
Ooh.
like
Oh,
We love
yes.
that.
send
Love
that.
that.
It's good.
Mhm.
And the graphic is very good thanks to KJ.
Oh, thank you. Well, you came up with the idea. I just
Love
know,
it.
I massaged it a little bit.
I massaged it.
Massaged it.
I thought that I kept it in here so that I could show everybody, but it must have got deleted.
I don't know.
Bummer.
You
So
can
what's
see-
But what's the book called?
It's called In the Likely Event by Rebecca Yarros. She wrote the Fourth Wing book that everyone is like dying over on Book Talk. It's like a fantasy book or whatever. I haven't read it because you can't. Well, because everybody's reading it, so you can't get it anywhere. Like you can't even like get it on Amazon.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Wow.
like
it's like
Man,
such a
I-
big deal.
I wish
Like-
I could write a book that is hard to get your hands on because
Yeah, and
everybody
she-
wants it.
and she's
Me
written
too.
literally so many books. Oh my god!
I wrote
like-
a book, and that's not the case.
Look,
Wah,
I'm
wah.
in
I
the
wrote
middle
a
of.
book and that's not the case.
I'm in the middle.
By
of
the
5
way,
different books.
guys, International Cat Day is coming up on August 8th, and you can save 20% on Raised by Cats behind the
Oh my
mic and
god,
the
it's almost
meows.
August. Ugh.
You don't even need a promo code. Just go to raisedbycats.com and save 20% off my book.
I
It's
love
a
this
great
hand
book.
recorded zoom in on random pages of the book.
Oh, thank you. Yes. I just did that as a reel one day. I wasn't like really trying to, to market my book. But, here we are. Here we are.
So anyway,
Back to you, Jonna.
the book is about, it's a romance book, obviously. It's like a second chance romance. It's about Nate and Izzy who meet when they're like teenagers on a plane. And it tells you on the back of the book that while they meet on the plane crashes.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Don't give away too much because you
No,
might- you're gonna miss
literally
it.
on the back of the book, it tells you that they were in a plane crash.
Okay.
So like they're in a plane crash, and then they go through like they were friends, like they drift apart because he goes to the military and she starts to become like a lawyer or whatever, or like I don't know, she does something. It's not important. It's not really that important. She like works for Congress or something. But they like come back together after a few years, and then they make each other a promise that like every year or whenever Nate can get leave, they're gonna go to these different like places and like spend time together or whatever. And then it doesn't happen like that, and so then they like break up or whatever, and I'm like, oh my god, even though they like weren't together, it was so sad. So then like a few years later, he's like special ops, and he has to protect like the aide to like a congresswoman or whatever. And lo and behold, guess who steps off the plane? Izzy. Izzy. She steps off the plane.
You're telling me he didn't know his assignment before he got there?
Well, no, he did. But then she switched with the person that was supposed to actually be there at the last minute.
Could you do that?
So he didn't know. Look, it's a book, okay?
It's a book,
It's a book, okay?
Isn't that
I'm amazed that they still want to fly after being in a plane crash.
Bro. Well, he's in
Right?
the military, so he kind of has to fly. So, but that's neither here nor there. But anyway, and then like you go through all the things, and he's got PTSD really bad, and then you find out it's so sad. Like honestly, like I was reading it. I was at KJ's house watching her cats, and I was up. Like the second part of the video that you see of me doing the review is me crying on KJ's couch.
Is that where you're talking about like the book hangover or whatever you
Yeah,
had?
yeah,
Okay.
She had a
Yeah.
book
I was like,
hangover.
that's not a real thing.
It
Yeah.
is a
It
real
is.
thing because like you find out like
Yeah, no, you gotta go. No,
can't tell you,
find
but,
out
like,
more. Go to
I
our
can't tell you.
YouTube channel. That's Jonna.
Welcome to the Can't Commit to a Book Club with executive producer Jonna. There will be lots of tears, lots of laughs, and lots of love for all of these books.
Can't commit to a book club. I love it.
That's
Yes.
just a little tease. Jonna's book club.
I
Can't commit
love
to a
it.
book club.
But yeah, it's a really good book. It's not even out yet. I read it on Amazon First Reads, and I was like, oh, this will be good. And then it just made me cry. There is a happily
your
ever
world.
after,
Ah.
but like,
thank
Does it
God.
involve planes?
no, there's no planes.
Listen, right before we podcasted, Jonna, I've been reading Lockwood and Co. forever, and it got to it's like on the Kindle, it's like 80% done. I'm like, oh, big stuff's about to happen, and then I got like right into all the big stuff, and I was like, oh crap, I gotta go podcast, I gotta put
Darn.
the book down. This finally got interesting.
Literally, when I was reading that book, I was like 60% done with it, and like they weren't even together. They were still like arguing, and I was like, you only have 40% left. What's happening?
Stop arguing. Stop loving each other.
You need to love each other.
You should know.
Well,
It's
stay
the
tuned.
Hallmark formula. It wraps up in the last 5%.
That is true. Stay tuned for more book reviews from Jonna and how to join the Can't Commit to a Book Club book club. It's the book club for all of us slackers. No judgment.
I mean, I've been trying through Audible. Like, I'm not
Hey,
actually reading.
that
I'm
counts.
just listening.
That counts.
That's okay. That's
Bro.
it. That counts.
I pay for Audible. What are you talking about?
Jonna, have you heard of this book called Haunting Adeline?
Yes.
My coworker
Yes.
just recommended it. Is it good? Have you read it?
I haven't read it, but I've heard things about it.
That's what she was like, Tia. And I was like, all right, I'll put it on my wish list.
I've heard it's very spicy.
That's what she said. And I was like,
It's
okay.
very spicy. And my friend who like has all the anxiety and stuff read it, and she was like, if I can read it, you can read it. And I was like, okay.
That's next on my wish list. I'm almost done with the book I'm on now. So it's like, that's going to be next.
You know what, Tia? Let me know when you start reading it. I'll read it with you.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that fun?
Yes.
Yeah, it is a little complicated. This is the first book I'm reading, and Shelley from Conquest Journals, the sponsor of What's Poppin' and Pop Culture on the KJ Today Show. Thank you. She's reading the Lockwood books as well, but then we like keep having to sync up. Like, where are you? And it's like, well, I'm afraid to tell you where I am because what if you're not there yet? And then I just gave something away.
Chapter 37.
Yeah, you got to say the chapter you're on.
I know.
Page
but
200.
I know, but then if I'm in the middle of the book and I'm like, I don't know, and then I got to go back, and then I'm like, where was I? Because I don't read anything like actual books anymore. I read everything on Kindle, so it gets
I like
complicated.
to own books and hold them and touch them.
That's fine. Well,
Oh,
in the
me
Can't
too.
Commit to a Book Club, you
too.
can read books however you want. You can read
No
the real
shame.
ones. You can read on Kindle. You can listen to them. There's no shame.
And if
No
you never
shame.
know what to get Jonna for Christmas, a bookshelf.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah, that is for sure.
Yeah.
All right, Patches, you got anything else to add to this show?
No.
Watching anything? No.
You know,
Nope.
you know what?
Nope.
Patches
Nope.
segment. It should be what's prepping with Patches. Patches, what
Yeah,
are
what are you
we
cooking today?
right?
you
What are we
thinking about
prepping for
cooking?
dinner?
What are you cooking?
That's a
Ooh.
good
Ooh.
question.
Thank you.
Mm.
I thought so.
I feel like you're always thinking about what you're cooking next.
That's
That's typically
yeah.
for the segment. That's the only one I really worry about for Wednesday nights.
That's
on the
not
show.
true. That's not true. We'll be having our coffee in the morning. You're like, so what do you want for dinner tonight? I'm like, dude, it is
That's-
7:30 in the morning.
I haven't even
I
had
don't know
breakfast
what I-
yet. What do I want
That's
to do for
much.
dinner?
That's
I'm like
typical
barely thinking
grandma
about
behavior.
Right,
But
thank you,
there's a
thank
reason
you.
behind that. I got to know how bad I can be at lunch. you know?
Right. Yeah. There's a little bit of that too,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
It's like,
listen.
am I gonna get a lot of food or not? Or
I'm just never, but mostly never bad at lunch, and then it doesn't matter what we have for dinner. But I'm not thinking about what I want for dinner as I'm drinking my first cup of coffee.
I
in the
also
morning.
want to know what I'm getting into when I come home as well.
Yes. Am I going to
hang
have
on
to cook
just
a
a
meal?
second.
Am I going to be bad and order
I
out?
literally never care what we have for dinner. I am the queen of I do not care what we have for dinner.
That is complete horseshit.
No, as long as it's
They're
not
fighting.
like
Ooh, mom and dad are fighting.
Wait.
what I don't want
Jerry,
is giant.
Jerry.
Oh, R.I.P.
Thank you.
R.I.P.
I
Jerry
don't want
Springer.
giant, like greasy, calorie-filled, crazy meals every
So
night.
you do
That's-
want some. You do have a preference. Is
Thank
what
you.
you're saying.
I would like to not always have my arteries clogged before I go to bed.
Oh,
Why
every
not?
That's really all I care about.
every time I offer or like, hey, you just want to get Chinese tonight? You know,
So you do
like
have
all
a
that
preference.
stuff. Yeah,
I
she
would
does.
always
Chinese because I'm gonna eat a whole bunch of salt. I'm gonna
Patches.
wake up in the morning and feel like crap.
Patches.
Like
Next time
beef
you want to order
jerky.
Chinese, you call me. Okay.
I
Yeah, I was
got you.
I'll
gonna
come
say,
eat
I'd be
Chinese
down.
with you.
Yeah, well, nobody complains about Chinese food unless they're a crazy person.
Thank
Okay,
you.
exactly.
It's not that I don't like it. It's that and I have this stupid burning tongue syndrome that if
Oh,
I
yeah.
eat too much carbs.
All right, burning tongue syndrome's cap. All right.
Right. Like I can't help it. That if I eat too many carbs, my mouth hurts. So I don't want you filling me full of carbs.
So
every
I'm gonna
night.
say, first off, not to
Yes, go ahead.
diminish your feelings, but
Thank
live
you.
fast, die young. Bad
Yeah.
girls do it well.
Okay.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So
Have you? Yeah,
I
go
have
ahead, John.
I have a question. Did Patches just say cap?
Yes.
how old are you? You skipped from Gen X to Gen Z.
He said burning
And
tongue
all-
syndrome is cap.
Cap,
And then said it's so calm.
cap, and then no one acknowledged it either.
No, I immediately was like, no, wait a minute.
And I also want to say that it wasn't used properly.
I don't. Hold on. Is cap the one where you're lying or not?
Yes,
Yeah,
cap is where
yeah,
you're
it's bullshit.
lying.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean,
Yeah,
maybe-
it's like sleeping too much. A lie.
Oh man.
Mm.
So are
That's
you
what
just
trying
like
to be young.
sprinkling?
You crazy zennial.
Are you just
Oh, God.
sprinkling words in here, seeing what sticks?
Oh my god.
He's
Yeah,
like,
Because
how-
cap
pretty much.
was one of them.
He's like, let me
So-
be hip right now. But
Where
Yeah.
did that even come from?
I
You
don't
had to
even
have
know.
heard it this week somewhere.
I'm gonna say
Where'd
Patches.
you
I
learn-
don't even say that.
Where'd you
Nobody
learn
says
that?
that.
It's just one of the podcasts I listen to.
Oh God.
Um,
Okay.
wait, but
There we
I want to say that we never landed on what's for dinner tonight.
Yeah.
We didn't.
I'm just saying.
Oh.
He's gonna say something.
You
and then he's
mean
gonna
to
make
tell
something
me
completely
it's
different.
noon and you haven't already decided
you
what
guys-
you
I have
want
to
for
go-
dinner?
I have to go-
That's crazy.
Well, I have to go pick up our KJ Today Show dart.
so you
jerseys
can't
tonight.
decide what's for dinner? Just
So
like
you ditched
I
me and
can't
Jonna for a
decide?
dartboard?
Yeah.
Just like I can't decide what's for dinner on Tuesday morning at 7:30.
You should have known.
It'll probably be something steak related.
Man.
I don't know. My mom like plans out stuff. It'll like when I was living with her, it would be a Tuesday, and she'd be like, "Okay, so for Sunday,
I do that.
we're gonna-
I'm old. I have a chart.
yeah."
Honestly, I would be okay with that because then we could be like, you know what? Like Wednesday is just grilled pork loin and a nice vegetable.
So
Like,
then I
it
don't have to
doesn't-
decide what's for dinner every day of my life until I
Yeah.
die. Like,
Yeah.
The problem
Matt,
is,
just
I'm
start
such
deciding.
I'm such an emotional eater. Hi, Soxy Poo.
Hi, Socks.
look at that mustache.
For those of you listening, Socks just appeared in the camera.
Hi, Socks.
Hey, baby.
Yeah. But my problem is, I'm such an emotional eater, so I don't know like day to day what I'm feeling as well.
So he's
But
putting
see-
it on me.
Here's where I have a strategy that may help
The
your marriage.
emotionless.
I'm going to put on my marriage counselor cap here.
Okay, go ahead.
Do what I do.
Did you say cap?
Cap. In the right use of the word, by the way. Make a chart, right? Like Monday
Pay
through
attention,
Sunday,
Patches.
That is
Yeah.
way
lunch,
too much
dinner,
commitment.
whatever.
Mhm.
And then those are what, so you can move dates around. You can flip flop. So, like, I'm not feeling chicken today, but I'll, whatever. So I'll just push that down the list. It's written out. That's what I grocery shop for. That's what's going to happen this week. It just doesn't, it's not set in stone what day.
That's
Katie, that
kinda
is-
And
what we
that's
do.
pretty much what we do.
That's
I
way
mean,
too
like,
much
we-
commitment for them.
So
Yeah.
then I'm like, I don't know. What did you get on shipped this week? Make one of those things. Like you planned, like whatever is in the refrigerator, make one of those things.
Patches,
yeah,
I want
yeah.
you to make that steak pasta that I tagged you in because that looked really good.
Oh, the steak fajita pasta.
Ooh.
Oh, I want to try. Have you guys seen like the French onion pasta like on TikTok? That shit.
Have
looks
not.
What is your algorithm, girl?
I don't know. So
Start
random.
sending us TikToks
Movie
so we can get on
spoilers
the
and
same
food.
algorithm.
There was one night where literally, like, I looked up one thing of food and then went back to the regular feed, and 20 TikToks in a row were just food related. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you need to stop this because it was like 10:30 at night, and I
I'm
was
hungry.
starving.
It's the worst time to do it.
Sounds delicious. Send us the TikTok.
I will
Right.
send you the TikTok. I
Please.
will. You know what?
Patches is trying to figure out what's for dinner. Send him the TikTok.
As soon as we're done with this podcast, I will find it on TikTok and send it in the group chat.
Well,
I can't
listen,
wait.
guys, I think we're done. So
I
First
gotta
of
go
all,
get ready for Oppenheimer.
this was
What?
the worst kind of nerdy girls.
I mean, every episode we strive to be crappier, so we're doing a great
It
job.
It was
Why? I don't think it was.
chatting.
I
I-
strive to be
I-
crappier.
John,
I
what,
strive to be crappier.
what more did you want
AJ's
out of
gonna-
this episode?
Yeah, what do you
Gonna
expect
story.
from
Jonna,
us?
what did you
I don't-
want?
Nothing. You think I have expectations for the kind of nerdy girls?
How
What,
can
you got
say
standards
that?
now?
Look, I barely have expectations for the KJ Today show, okay? And we've been doing that for like a year.
What, you have standards all of a sudden?
LOL. I would have a boyfriend if I had standards.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Ouch.
All right.
You're welcome.
Tia, where do we find you? You're the only one that wants to be found.
New York. Westchester.
You can find her in Westchester, New York,
In
where
her
all of the
one-bedroom
police
apartment.
sirens are.
It's the one with the car that's never driven outside.
Right? The one where the cat's in the
It's
closet.
the 3-year-old car with only 5,000 miles.
Jokes on you! I don't park near my apartment. I park like 2 blocks away. Okay,
Do you even remember what your car looks like when it's time to go drive it?
it's silver. All right, it's a silver
all
Subaru.
silver.
Silver. All you Westchesterers out there, silver Subaru.
The one with the silver Subaru.
That never moves.
Never
I mean,
moves.
Suspiciously.
It's
It
the one
probably
that's
has
got
to move
weeds
for,
growing
like,
up
street
underneath it.
cleaning.
I mean, I feel really bad because I go see my car and I look inside
go
of it.
She has a visit
Time to
with her
visit
car.
my car.
She's like, today's visitation day.
Every other
Huh.
weekend is car visitation.
I wonder what my car's up to right now.
Tia, you should get like a dash cam or something. That way you can see like what's going on around
Oh
your
my
car.
god, I think we just broke Tia.
It's been
Every once in a while, log into your phone like it's one of your pets. So let me see what my car's doing. Oh, it's just
looking at right
sitting
now.
there.
just sitting there.
I mean, listen.
Oh, it looks so pretty in the sun today. Look
I
at
do
it.
have to check it because when I first got that car, I parked it in the parking lot and I literally had it for like 3 days and I went to it And I got in my car and I didn't realize there was like a note on my windshield. And I looked and it was like a note that's like, sorry, I scraped your car. And I looked in the back and there was like a scrape like above the left rear tire. Luckily, I was able to like rub it out and everything. But I was like, this is why where I live, there's no garage parking. So you have to park in a lot. And I'm like, it's the one thing I miss about living with my parents because I had a garage. I didn't have to worry about this shit.
Garage pays for itself, man.
What you need to do, Tia, you need to get one of those webcams on your car that's like two-way so you can talk and then you can log in and when people
Get
are
away
walking
from the car.
by, you'll be like,
Get the hell off
away.
my
Wait a
car.
minute. Wait a minute. I'm not following the logic here. So if it lived in the lot near your house and it got scratched, you moved it further away and visited it less often?
Let's go through custody agreement, okay?
So this is the thing. Where I live, there's no street parking, right? There is a parking lot behind my building, but it's not owned by the building. It's owned by the city of Yonkers, and therefore it is more money than the lot that is 2 blocks away. So I'm a cheap bitch. So I pay for the lot that's 2 blocks
frugal.
Yes.
Got it.
So that's why I parked the car there.
Okay.
You know. So, and also I get my like exercise in and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Love some good exercise, you know.
Yeah, well, hey, next time you visit, tell the car I said hi.
I will.
All
But
give it a hug for me.
But everyone can find me.
Not in the parking garage.
Not with my car.
Please post TikToks on car visitation days.
You know what? I will.
What's the chain of custody for the car? Like, who got primary?
I mean, I'm the sole owner.
The city?
Yeah. So she just abandons her child for weeks. At a
Well,
time.
to be fair, I co-own it with my grandma. And I had to have her
How
co-sign.
often does she visit the car?
Never.
Oh,
She's
man.
very neglectful.
She's a neglectful parent.
Okay. I gotta get to a Barbie movie. How do we find
I
you?
gotta brush
Tia?
my teeth.
Sorry, my bad.
Hello, Department of Motor Vehicles. I'd like to report a vehicle abandonment. What do you mean you don't have caseworkers?
So you can find me on Twitter, now known as X. I know. Or Threads or Instagram at TC_Stark. But of course, you can find me on YouTube, Geek Vibes Nation, YouTube and everything. The upcoming stuff that I got going on is I will be going to New York Comic Con.
Tell Chris Evans I say hi.
I will. And in September, I am going to Canada for the Toronto Film Festival. So please make sure that you check us out to
That's pretty cool.
follow that and everything. So yeah.
Will you be driving?
I will be flying.
Wow, that poor car.
Wow.
Are you gonna at least say bye to it before you get on the plane? Be like, bye. I love you
So,
so much.
I wish I could take you, but
So usually what I do, because I'm a neurotic piece of mess, when I go on vacation, I will drop my car off at my mom's house. So that's in a garage.
Honestly,
But
even though it says
I ain't mad.
in the
I'm
parking
not
lot.
mad at it, Tia. I'm not mad at it. Honestly, I would probably do the same thing. I would take my car to my mom's house and just be like, all right, mom, you have custody of Steve for the weekend.
I love a good deep dive into Tia's psyche. This has been great. Brought to you by the Lion's Den. Thank you, Katie.
And Subaru.
And Subaru.
All right.
And the Barbie movie and Oppenheimer.
Just look
The
for
Barbenheimer.
The
Look for the
Barbenheimer.
Kind of Nerdy Girls in all the places. Just search Kind of Nerdy Girls. Super easy. And find
Or
us on
don't.
YouTube, please.
Or don't.
YouTube.com/KJ today for all the stuff and things.
We're not the
We
bosses of you. You don't have to. Don't listen to
are
her.
The Kind of Nerdy Girls. Woo!
Kinda